Let's go. It's me, Lawrence Presman, the Prez. You're watching Puck Time. Only Carmine Bianco and Dave Koken with us, but still exciting. 3 games today. Dave, how are you, my friend? What's going on in your world?
Oh, I won a nice play. Yeah, I could have had actually more if I'd have played full game, but Canucks first period got there for me yesterday. So the NHL's been really good, and hopefully we'll keep it that way today.
I went 2-0 last night, Carm. What's going on
Yes,
with
you
you,
did.
brother?
All it's good. 1-1 in the NHL last night. Thankfully, Tampa Bay got there for us, and then I bet them in game, as you know, as well too. When they were down 1-0, I thought the price of plus 145 was good enough to take them, and they didn't let me down.
Yeah, Vancouver, man, they look good last night. There's so much speed on that ice. It's really unbelievable. That's going to be a fun series to watch. I had a good day yesterday. I went hydrofoiling, surfing behind the boat, and skiing. Last day at the cottage, as we are getting so busy. And I got a 5% play up tonight, guys. My second one of the playoffs. It's an absolute must get play. I will have a promo up in the next hour, but I'm only going to tweet it out. So follow me on Twitter at Prez WagerTalk. I'll tweet out a promo for you all. It's $40 right now. I'll get it all to you guys for $25. Just make sure to check it out on Twitter. Give me about an hour. As soon as this show's over, I'll get that login info. Okay, boys, shall we begin? What do you say, Dave? You want to begin?
Sounds all right. Yep.
Okay, let's go. Carm, somebody asked, what do I think of the Kapanen trade from the Leafs? You know, honestly, I don't really care. I thought it was a trade to open up some space, so hopefully we could go get ourselves a defenseman. It's one of many that I think are coming. I got to look at them all together. Welcome to the show, Backdoor. Elliot, love seeing you. Chance, Hulk, John Howard, hope you're well, my friend. Nate, nice to see you, brother. North Ender. Trent Wade, what's going on, dude? Michael B.H., Anthony M., Richie Rich, love having you with us, my friend. Okay, boys, New York Islanders, Philadelphia Flyers. This should be an interesting game. Islanders looked amazing last game, 5-0 win. I think Philadelphia bounces back. I know, Carm, you're really bullish on the Islanders. They're not going to sweep here. I like Philly tonight, this afternoon, 3 p.m. game. What do you like?
Yeah, just because I'm bullish on a team doesn't mean I don't want to bet against them. I did it at times with the Blues in last year's playoffs in games where I thought you could go against them and get a decent price, and that's the case here with the Flyers. I expect the Flyers pushback here to even the series. You only have to lay $1.15 with the team that was favored to win this series. Listen, Carter Hart's a very good goalie. Both these teams has very, very good goalies, which is why at the end of the day, I'm probably leaning at still taking the under here, minus 115.
Yeah.
Along with Philadelphia. I just see another grinded out game from both of these teams. These afternoon games are tough ones. They really are. But not to go into the the metrics of the game that might bore a lot of people, but I think Philadelphia is the play here. I want to add one more thing before we throw it to Dave is best of luck to Andrew McInnes. He's having knee surgery today, I believe, and double knee surgery, I think it is, today and tomorrow. He's having some procedures done. So best of luck to him with those and a quick and healthy recovery so we can see him back here very soon.
I couldn't have said it any better myself. Hopefully he'll be up and running and ready to go by Friday to do Puck Time. I like the under 2, Carm. I think that's a great call. I think the Islanders are going to be bottled up tonight. I could see a 2-1 game. I could see an overtime game. I'm with you, man. I like Philly. I like the under. Dave Koken, where are you at?
Same where I was in Game 1. I like the Islanders in Game 1, and I like them again here. They match up well with the Flyers. Philly still hasn't beaten them this year. I don't put much in the regular season because that was so long ago, but the fact is that the situation was maintained in Game 1. I think the Islanders, I don't necessarily think they're a better team than Philadelphia, but they match up really well with Philadelphia. And I don't know that I'm going to play this game or not. I've still got time to decide. I'm going to look at it a little more. But if I play, it's going to be the Islanders or nothing.
It's fun.
Go ahead, Carm.
I didn't want to jump in on Dave there. But I keep thinking about this. Every time I watch the Islanders, and I hate to use the phrase, but I'm going to use it anyways. The catchphrase: a team of destiny, a team that they have a fantastic stretch that leads them throughout the playoffs. And you try and beat them along the way. And every time you try and beat them along the way, because you figure they've got to lose, you lose money. And it just seems like that with the Islanders. They've done everything I've wanted them to do so far. I'm going against them today, and I could rue that pick, but it's where I'm going.
They should have swept the Capitals. I mean, they blew the lead in the one game they lost, and they've won everything else. And they've basically been the better team in every game they've played. So I think the Islanders are just underrated because they play kind of ugly hockey and they play a trot system. But they're good. I mean, they're legit good. And I think I don't think Philadelphia is necessarily less talented, but I just don't think they match up well with them. And until that get proven wrong, I won't be going against the Islanders. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, when they finally have a statistic that says ugly wins in the standings, then we can look at talking about teams like this. But a win is a win. It's just the way it is.
No, and Dave, I get it. I mean, it makes sense, and you're right. The matchup does favor the New York Islanders. I just, I think a lot of these series are going to zigzag. So I just think Philadelphia is a really good team and really, really big, bruising team. I just can't, if the Islanders win, let me ask you, Dave, if the Islanders win today 2-0, are you going to be in the same mindset for Game 3?
Probably.
So you think
I don't believe in zigzag. I think that's a lot of crap. And if you actually work out the numbers over the years, it absolutely doesn't win. It just breaks even. Everybody's zigzagged on Colorado in Game 2. How'd that work out? Sometimes it goes 1-1, sometimes it goes 2-0. And I mean, I'm just not seeing you can't beat the Flyers you can't beat the Islanders by trying to beat them up physically. You got to outskate them. And I don't think Philadelphia can outskate them. I mean, Philadelphia got outskated by Montreal in that series. They were lucky to get out of it, quite frankly. And I think it could be the same thing here. The style of play to beat the Islanders is speed, because that's something that they have trouble matching up with. And so, to me, Tampa would be a very difficult matchup for them because the Lightning have a load of speed, and by that time they might get Stamkos back as well if they're playing. But I don't think Philadelphia has that component, at least not with my eyes.
The Islanders have allowed, I believe it's so far in the playoffs, 6 goals, 5-on-5, which is unbelievable. Number one, and I said in the last series, and they did a really good job in Game 1 against Philadelphia, is stay out of the box, don't put your penalty killing unit out there, and play these teams 5-on-5, and you can beat them. They gave Philadelphia 1 power play only in that game. They only took 2 penalties, but 1 was offsetting, but they only gave 1 power play. And if you're as good as they are 5-on-5, you're not going to lose a lot of games when you're playing that style.
Right. And the one game they did lose to Washington was the game they took a bunch
Dave,
of penalties.
any thoughts on the total at all, a predicted score?
No. Looks like a good total at 5. I mean, I don't think there's going to be a lot of goals, so I wouldn't be
guys, I
eager
just
to
was
play the
able,
over.
while the boys were talking, to get my coupon code done, up and ready for my 5% main event play tonight. The coupon code is Prez NHL25. You use that over at WagerTalk.com. I'm going to tweet it out, but we're not going to be emailing out. We're not going to be sending it out to anybody. It's for the guys following me on Twitter and the amazing people that take the time out of their day to log in and watch Puck Time. Nice to see you, Robert Major. G8 pass key. Focus on your bets. Nice to see all you guys. Robert Thompson. Carm, you and I are seeing each other tonight. Fill us in. What's going on?
Yeah, it's the boys getting together for some barbecue. I think we're ordering food in this time. Normally we barbecue, go for a swim in that oversized Olympic-sized pool that you have in the back with the jacuzzi. And then you have a fantastic outdoor poker table game room with a TV where we can all watch the game and then just try and take each other's money at the poker table. So it's calling for rain,
okay.
though.
We got shelter.
Hopefully it holds up.
Hey, Matt Lawrence, how are you, man? Dougie, good morning to you, my friend. Okay, so Dave, you like the Islanders?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether I'm going to play them or not, though. That still has to be decided. But if I play the game, it will be the Islanders.
And lean on Philadelphia, and I like Philadelphia. Great hockey game last night between Tampa Bay and Boston, and we're going to see great games every time those two teams play against each other. Tampa Bay. Look, they looked good last night. They were flying on the ice, but this Boston team, they just find ways to win. They just bottle you up for 2 periods and then come flying in the third. They did get that game-tying goal with about 4 to go, and then Tampa Bay won it in overtime. I was on Tampa Bay yesterday, so were you, Carm. And it's right back to the well for me. I think Tampa Bay is the play here again. Minus 110. The over and under is 5.5, and I do like the over. I think we're going to see some goals. But Tampa Bay is a definite play for me. Where are you going?
I feel the same way. I had said if Boston had won last night, I was going to come back and take Tampa Bay today, mainly the back-to-back. And listen, I understand these guys are athletes, and I'm prefacing, obviously, I'm talking about Halak here. These guys are athletes, but, in listening to Boston's coach Cassidy last night, he said he was unsure on who the goalie is today. I'm sure he's sure. I think he knows.
So am I.
He's going with the Halak. But Halak is 35, 10 years older than Vasilevsky. His third game in 4 nights. I understand, again, this is the same thing we're talking about. But 80 attempts on goal by Tampa Bay last night. 40 of them were shots on goal. When you have that many attempts and you think, okay, well, they missed the net 40 times, the goalie has to do nothing. No, the goalie has to be in position for each and every shot attempt on goal. He's got to be focused. It's got to take something out of you. It's a quick turnaround. Back-to-back game. I didn't actually have a chance to look up what Halak's back-to-back is if he's even played back-to-back, because it was always Rask Halak. That's what we saw in these Boston back-to-backs. I'm going to side with Tampa here. I still like this team. I still think they can win this series. It's going to be a grind. This is going 6 or 7. So I'm dead set on it. At minus 110. I took them at minus 110 yesterday. I'm going to take them at minus 110 again today.
There you go. We're on the same page again, my friend. It will be a fun night watching these games. My money is going on Tampa Bay. Dave, Vasilevsky is just not. Look at this. I'm getting the Vivian has delivered coffee to me. We had no milk today, so I had a little bit of a crisis.
That's fine, but I want to hear what Dave has to say.
Vasilevsky, he's got to win a game for these guys. Could it be today?
Yeah, the ticket count's going to be on the Tampa Bay side on this game for the reasons that you just explained. It looks like, oh boy, everybody's going to read into this. Halak's haven't played 2 games in 2 days and 3 and 4. It's a tough loss for the Bruins. And I think Tampa's going to be the team that gets the action in this game. But one thing I learned a long time ago is that if you use logic to come up with your bets in sports, you'll end up a loser because it just doesn't work that way. I think the Bruins are going to play with tremendous resolve today. Part of the reason for that is they're going to know that they need to be at their best because they're going to have the same belief that Halak. Well, we can't make him work too hard. We've really got to buckle down. And to me, the Bruins are going to be a gritty, determined team, and I think they're going to win the game.
Dave, Carmen and I are Canadians. What the hell is Pumpkin Spice Week month day? What is going on over there?
I haven't the slightest idea.
They have the same thing here, Prez. It's Starbucks,
no, it's
which is an
Donuts.
American company. No, well, Starbucks comes out with this pumpkin spice latte stuff or whatever, don't they? Each and every year, and our good friend Ronnie loves that stuff. I've tried it. I find it disgusting. I find it disgusting. I paid $7 for that to find that out, but it is what it is. Dave, let me tell you, just in talking about that game, do you not feel that Boston was the better team last night? I know Tampa won because I had Tampa.
Yeah, I think Boston's been the better.
Boston had the better scoring chances, like Pasternak.
They've been the better team in both games. You know why? Because they're better than Tampa.
Yeah. Okay.
They were better than Tampa last year, too. Remember, the Bruins were in the Stanley Cup Finals last year.
They were.
The Bruins are the better team. They're not getting – and the bettors are going to be on the other side. I like being against the bettors in games like this, to be honest with you. I normally don't pay – most of the time I really don't pay attention to what the market's doing. But I think in a game like this where the bettors are going – and I'm not saying all the bettors, but I'm looking at my screen right now. I've got a few – different screens where I get percentages. I mean, the Don Best screen right now, public percentage, 67% on Tampa. I'm telling you, and everybody's got the same reasoning. Well, Halak's going to have to play 2 games in 2 days, or they're going to have to bring up a rookie who's never played before. By the way, the rookie's pretty good. He was the best goaltender in the AHL this year, but I don't think he's going to play. And all I'm telling you is everybody has that same mindset. That, wow, I've got an advantage here with Tampa. Well, how come the odds makers didn't price it that way? How come Tampa's not the favorite in the game?
Well, this is the question I wanted to ask you, Dave, and getting to this because I generally don't have the answer to this, and this is why I'm asking you this question is, if at the end of the day, 70% of the tickets or 75% of the tickets are on Tampa Bay, but the line is still -110 both ways, what does that tell you?
Tells you
what should that tell me?
The money's on the Bruins.
Okay.
That doesn't mean it's going to win, because
No.
it doesn't matter whether it's sharp money or your barber's money, because your barber will hit 48%, the sharps might only hit 52%, so it's not much of an edge. It's just my read, especially in postseason, way more than regular season. In postseason, when there's something that lines the public up on the same side because they think, well, we've got an edge here. Yeah, I don't want to be on that side.
Yeah, no, and that's why I asked you because you would think that there's a correlation that if 70% of the bets are on Tampa, that the line should move along with Tampa and make them -130, -140, right?
Not necessarily, because the bigger bets might be on Boston, which they probably are based on the number. Because it's I would say this: if you like Tampa, well, if you like the Bruins, I would wait around because you might get a better number. Right now, it's -105. It's probably going to stay right in that range anyway. So never mind that.
A man of your wisdom and age and experience, do you find Melania Trump hot? What do you think, Carm?
Yeah, she's a good-looking woman.
I still want to find out how she got the Einstein
what is that?
Visa.
No.
Do you not know what the Einstein Visa is? The Einstein Visa is a visa given to people who come into your country and are bringing knowledge and whether it's knowledge and wealth or whatever else it is.
Politics.
Let's not talk politics here, but she got one.
We're just talking whether she's hot or not, right?
Oh, okay.
What do you guys think?
She is a good-looking woman.
Fox.
She is, yeah.
I don't see it, man. Her eyes are all done and squinty, and her hair looks like it's not even real. I'm not with you.
Okay. I will say. Let me jump in a second. I see my image on the screen right now. I am not going to criticize anybody's looks. Okay.
Because I see my image on the screen, and I'm worthy. Anyway, we're just playing around. She made a great speech last night. I can't believe I get sucked into this stuff.
Oh,
yeah, dude! I sit down. Look, I have a lot of TVs, so I have my sports always on the TV without the volume, and I got sucked in, man. I watched Eric Trump talk, and then I watched Mike Pompeo, and.
Good for you. I'm 67, and I can tell you, I probably have not watched more than maybe 2 minutes of any convention my entire life. Oh, God, what? Like, yeah, boy, that's really what I want to do is sit and watch politicians give speeches. I think I'd rather stick my head in a microwave.
There was so much sports on last night. I don't know how you could. You had the Clippers.
I'm only talking about me.
That's you, okay?
Got
not
sucked
me.
in. But look, Melania is definitely polarizing. We've got Anthony with hideous, Jay Stone with trash, One Time Sports with Vava Voom. One guy said Kamala's better looking. I mean, she's got people on both sides of the fence. Very Trumpian, if I might add.
Yeah, but my only thing is I saw something trending where somebody likened her to Jackie Kennedy, and I'm not a chance.
No.
Yeah.
Jackie Kennedy might have been she's the first lady of first ladies. I'm not knocking anybody else, but she's the one.
Those Clippers last night, my God. Anyway, last game, Colorado, Dallas Stars. I'm going back to the well again. Dave, I'll go to you first. Here I go, Colorado. But I really like the under in this game. I mean, the over in this game, too. I see no reason why these teams can't get to 6 goals. I think we're going to see a big push by Colorado tonight. I like Colorado. I like the over, Mr. Koken.
So I like underdogs that are down 2-0 to come out and state. In fact, actually, sometimes it can be 1-0. That's the reason I played Vancouver last night, because they got beat so badly in the first game. It's like, this team's got to come out and empty the tank in the first period.
Yeah.
And they kind of did, because they wore out in the second period. They were very fortunate to get out of that second period ahead. And I don't think they would have won the game had it been a tie game after 2 periods. No. But when it's a favorite, it's a different story. Colorado's got a lot of pressure on them now. Yeah, they were pretty good-sized favorites coming into this series, and it's all gone kablooey on them. And they're in real trouble now. And their backup goalie kind of looked like a backup goalie. I'm not comfortable with Colorado. I don't think I'm going to go against them here. Dallas might relax a little bit with a 2-0 edge and the knowledge that Grubauer's done. He's not coming back. He's done for the season. So no matter how long Colorado is playing, he's done. I just don't know that the Avalanche. I would watch the first period here. I think Colorado's got to come out really strong in the first period. If they don't, they might get run off the ice, and they might be done in 4. I think they are done in 4 if they lose this game. I'm not going to play this one. I don't have I can't say I don't have a good feel for it. But I am going to pay attention to it, because I think this game, based on what I'm seeing in the first period, there could be some live betting opportunity.
Yeah, Dave, what do you think about Colorado in the first period, though? I mean, surely they're going to come out just firing.
They ought to, but if they're down 2-0 and they're still the favorite, and that's worrisome to me. I'm not big on laying prices anyway. I'm looking for even money, small dogs, short favorites. $1.40, I'm not laying $1.40. Even if I think the Avalanche, they're a pretty talented team. They got a great first line. Their other lines haven't been so hot. But but I'm just not comfortable. Are they seven? Are they worth laying 7-5 against a team that's playing better hockey than they are? I don't know.
No, those are
and you have goaltending edge now with Hudobin's playing really well, and I don't trust the Avalanche goalie.
Yeah,
he wasn't good the other night. I mean, he wasn't the worst guy on the ice for them, but he up. Let's put it that way.
No, I get it. Carm, where are you? What do you think here, man? Dave is wishy-washy, but scared of Colorado. You know where I stand.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's wishy-washy. I think he's given us his opinion on the game.
Yeah.
Pick him to play Colorado, but it ain't pick him.
Yeah. No, I get it. As far as the price goes, I don't mind laying, let's say the $1.40. I don't want to go probably any higher than $1.40. I do like the first period line. I look at sort of the games within the games, and Colorado was on their way, in my opinion, at evening the series at 1-1 in the last game before that penalty by Ian Cole. I spent 45 minutes last night calling every Ian Cole in the phone book and just hanging up on them after they answered the phone.
I have no doubt.
It's such a bad penalty, and literally 2 quick Dallas goals, and the weird thing is the Avs didn't even push back. You would think, you allowed a couple goals, you're back to square one. Let's get back at it. And I understand a deflected goal, a couple of weird goals by Dallas, but their goals are goals. You take whatever they give you. They can't go down 3-0 in this series. They could go down 3-0 in the series, but they can't, they're done. I believe that first period is probably the better one. I think they have to push back, and I think they come out. They came out very well in that first period of game 2. They had, I think, 20 shots on goal in that period. Only got 1 goal, but had numerous chances to be up at least 2-0 at the end of that first period. So for me, I'm just going to look at it that they come out strong in this first period. I'll lay the -125 on the two-way money line with them, and I don't mind laying the $1.40 on them today to even out to get this series, to get back into the series at 2-1.
Dave, I got a question. Colorado plus 280 to win the series. Rather than asking you if that's if you should take that bet or not, that seems light to me, man.
Well, it's because Colorado was a big favorite coming in. You're never going to get a great price with a team that was a big favorite, unless they go down 3-0, and then you can probably ask the odds maker for odds, and he'll give you whatever you want at that point. No, 280 sounds about right to me.
I think.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think the thing that actually harmed Colorado in the Arizona series is that they won those last 2 games so easily, both 7-1 score lines, that they weren't really playoff games for them.
Yeah.
When you're winning games 7-1, and I think that's how the public overreacts to numbers, because you're like, oh, this team won 7-1, and then they won 7-1 again. They should roll in the series, and that's probably why you're seeing the price that you're seeing right now.
What do you guys think of the total? Hulk wants to know, how about the over? I like the over. I think we're going to get 6 goals, Carm.
I think it's one of those correlated things. If Colorado wins, the game is likely going to go over the total. They can't play the Dallas style of hockey where they're going to win 2-1 or 3-1 or 3-2 type games. I don't think they can. I think in order to beat Dallas today, they're going to have to score at least 4 on Khudobin.
Yeah. G8 thinks McKinnon's going to get a hat trick. I think he's going to score, so I would look at that prop, guys. McKinnon has shown me in the past he can step up in these type of games. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a goal. Dave, any thoughts there?
No.
I
made the price. By the way, I made the price in the game 120.
So it's just 20 cents too high for Dave. And guys, that's really important.
20 cents is a lot.
No, well, that's what I was going to say, Carm. It's really important because a lot of amateur bettors, they decide, I like a team at -120. It's at -150. And they're like, you know what? I still like the team. I'll take it.
Can't do it.
Yeah, in an isolated...
But here's the thing on that. I should point out, I made it minus 120, but that also means that with the most bettors get 20-cent lines in the NHL. So actually, the plus 120 that I'm making it on Dallas is right what you're getting anyway. So there's no to me. There's no value either way.
Hector, my friend, you are the bomb. Thank you for getting my main event play tonight. I really, really appreciate it. Guys, make sure to get down on my 5% play tonight. I mean, come on. 2-0 last night in NHL, over 60% in the playoffs, over 60% in my last 80 all sports plays, 23-8 all sports 5% run. You guys got to get down on that. I gave you $15 off. Use the coupon code over at WagerTalk.com, Prez NHL25. Nice to see you, Alex. Hope you are doing well. Jeremy, nice to see you too. Guys, that's really the show. I'm taking my daughter shopping today, so it's what's called a credit card day. Daddy pulls out the credit card. Daughters get what they want. Dave, I don't know what to do about it. I mean, if I had boys, I could just slap them upside the head and give them a hell no. But these two daughters of mine have me completely wrapped around their fingers.
I don't know what you're asking me for.
I need advice.
I can't give you any on that.
One Time Sports points out.
Yeah, sell a lot of picks.
Yeah, no kidding.
And win a lot of bets.
One Time Sports says Tony Finn, 10 straight wins. Way to go, Tony. That guy he is so good. It's really quite unbelievable. Boys, let's call it a show. Carm, anything you want to end with?
Yeah, I'm going to switch it from hockey to soccer for 1 quick minute. You are hosting stoppage time tomorrow. I can't do it because the contractors are here. I delayed them 1 day. So I could do this puck time show, and it's the last 3 days to get have some super deals on my WagerTalk page for 30, 90, and 1 year soccer packages. They're never going to be this low again, and everything starts in 2 weeks. EPL, new seasons of soccer. I'm loving it. Hockey, soccer, and football right around the corner.
I'm
Michael,
looking.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You could chat for a second, and then you can let me do my thing here.
Okay, I was just going to say, Michael BH, I know I screwed up. The plays put in twice. We're going to fix that as soon as I get off the show. Hey, Brian Watson, nice to see you. But we are ending the show, and Dave, you get the last word.
Well, I'm watching this right now. It's Kelly Stewart, and she says, do you want $200 in football picks from the gold sheet to use at WagerTalk.com and SportsMemo.com? That sounds like a pretty good deal. So if you follow at WagerTalk on Twitter, you'll see the beautiful Kelly Stewart, and she will tell you exactly why it's a good idea to score $200 in football picks from the gold sheet at WagerTalk.com and SportsMemo.com.
Yeah, not only that, but you're actually going to pay less for the gold sheet, so it makes total sense. And that's a must-read publication. We've been working all summer to get that ready.
Still, the information in there, I don't care if you use the picks or not, but the information that the gold sheet has always provided, that football ticker they put in, which has a lot of smaller college information that you might not be aware of because it doesn't make the major stuff. I mean, it's just worth its weight in gold. How's that for a nice little cute thing with the gold sheet?
That's actually pretty good, Dave.
Look
nice
at
little,
you. Punning on a Wednesday. Boys, thank you for watching Puck Time. The three of us will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. Make sure to check out First Pitch at 2 p.m. Make sure to check out the NBA show at 3 p.m. and put down in your calendar next Tuesday. Wager Talk Today begins at noon Eastern with Teddy Covers and myself, and it is going to be a spectacular show. Coupon code Prez NHL25. That's $15 off of my 5% main event tonight. So make sure to use that coupon code. I love you all. I really appreciate everybody logging on and watching the show. Thank you guys, and we'll see you all tomorrow.